Oh my gosh, this book. Hell no. Hi wonderful people and welcome back to my channel Book Craves. I'm Giselle. How are you? What's up? What is the scene? I absolutely love summer. I love the heat. I love the sunshine. It does wonders for my skin. But anyhow, in today's video, I am bringing to you some interracial beach reads. I have seen so many beach reads recommendations and I'm like, where are my darkies? I'm like, where are my colored girls? I'm like, where are they? So we're gonna fix that today. I have for you some awesome interracial romances that you can take with you when you go to the beach, when you go to the pool, when you go to the park, just to enjoy that sun. These books, they are not heavy. There's no dark theme. There's no mafia. There's no deception and betrayal. These are books that you can just sit down, relax, and take in. These stories in these books, you are going to smile a bit. You're just going to enjoy it. These are stories that you can just devour. So let us get into these books. Let us get into these interracial romances. So first up, I have for you Takeoff by Evelyn Sola. I love this book. I read this book and I don't know, like I totally forgot about it. The story is amazing. In Takeoff, we meet Vicky and Colt. Colt, he is an NBA basketball player. He's also a single dad. And Vicky, she is all about her life, her independence. She's making her money and nothing is going to hold her back. They meet at this bar while just having fun, and immediately Colt, he does not tick off her boxes. First of all, he's an athlete, which is a no-no for her. On top of that, he's also a single dad, and she's like, hell no. She's not having it. But Colt, he is so persistent. He is so energetic. He just has this way about him. I fell in love with him. And he pursues Vicky. He made sure that he's wherever she is. He made sure to intercept her wherever she might be, even at family gatherings. But he had one foot in already because his neighbors are actually close family friends and relatives of Vicky. So he's like, he used this to his advantage. I am now a huge fan of this single dad trope. I wasn't. Like, y'all know me. I want a single male and a single female, complex plots. But this one is so much vibes. And Evelyn Sola, every single book that I've read by this author is 5 stars. Listen, this next book, I enjoyed this book so much. Draft Pick by Darie, McCoy. So we meet Carver and Alyssa. They are friends in college, but Carver, he is also with Alyssa's roommate and they are together, okay? Fast forward a few years, they hook up and Alyssa disappears because she felt that she was breaking that girl code. Even though she wasn't friends with that person anymore, she still felt like, you know what, no, I'm not supposed to do this. Fast forward 10 years after, Carver, he's no longer in the NFL, he's no longer a player, but he's a coach now and he's starting that side of his career. And they meet up again while Alyssa is on a date. And they hook up that same night. He's like, listen, you got away from me once, I'm not going to let you get away from me a second time. He locked that down immediately. Carver wasn't playing. He just wasn't playing. And it was a big shocker for Alyssa because Alyssa, she's like a brainiac. She's so intelligent and she doesn't know how to deal with certain things, particularly when it came to Carver because he's very much in the spotlight. Carver is like, listen, I am not going to let my public lifestyle affect my relationship. I am not going to let the fact that I am a sports celebrity destroy everything that I want. So he worked for it. He worked for it. This book It is on the thicker side. Like most books that I read, they are on the thicker side, like 400 and something pages. But it is so worth it. Next up, I have Northern Stars by Brittainy C. Cherry. Listen, Brittainy Cherry, she's one of my favorite authors. I love the books that she writes. I enjoy the stories so much. I love that it's sometimes messy, sometimes complex, and they are so heartwarming. This is your childhood friends, then your friends to lovers. It takes you from their childhood escapades to their teen woes to their adult troubles. In this one, we have Haley and Aiden. Aiden is an actor. He is a celebrity and he started acting in his childhood, and Haley was always there for him. She was his biggest cheerleader. However, Haley is also overweight and she has been dealing with that. Aiden never saw an issue with her weight. He loved her for who she was. And while in high school, Aiden had to go to Hollywood. He had to move to Hollywood, and they promised to always remain friends. This did not happen. And so he comes back because he's so unhappy with his life, and because Haley was such a big part in his life, he's like, you know what? We need to fix this. This book, it's not spicy. There are like one spicy scene or one steamy scene, but it's not spicy. But I enjoyed this book from the very first chapter. I was totally lost in Haley and Aiden. I definitely want to read the other books in this series. Oh my gosh, this book. Saddle Up Cowboy by Sade, Rena. I think I recommended this book sometime last year. I enjoyed this book immensely. I sat down and I laughed and I giggled and I was swoon with this story. In this book, we meet Rena and Parker. Rena, she's had it with men. Her fiance was just doing the unthinkable. She decided, you know what? I'm just going to restart my life. I'm just going to move out and start all over because she's tired of being betrayed. And then we meet Parker. Parker, he is your cowboy. He's 25, but he's never had sex. And so his friends are like, come on, we're going to take you to the bar and you're just going to, you know, remove your V card. You're going to lose your V card, okay? Because he and his high school sweetheart, they made a promise to each other. His high school sweetheart did not keep up her end of the promise. So he goes to the bar and guess who he meets? He meets Rena. And so they go and they have like this moment. And then she's like, hell no, you just didn't do that. Hell no, you just didn't do that. I've never read such a funny moment in a book like this one. Maybe I just don't read rom-coms enough, but this one, it isn't a rom-com, but I'm telling you, the first few chapters, like I was laughing so much at Parker. Turns out that Parker's brother is married to her best friends. There was a get-together and they met up. And Parker is like, you know, give me a second chance. Give me a second chance. I just want a second chance. She's like, you know what? We can be friends. And so one thing led to another. He was persistent. He made sure to always be there, like in her face. Like, you want her to put something, I'm there. You want something, that I'm there. Like, I'm there, I'm there, I'm there. That was Parker. And like, oh, Saddle Up Cowboy. And this is the last book I have for you by Pepper Pace, Miscegenist, Sabishii. Hopefully I didn't butcher that too much, but this one, this is your IR. However, it's with a black woman and an Asian man. So Nikki, she is African American and Tony is Japanese American, and they meet in the workplace. Nikki, she has been burnt so many times by guys. Tony has been there asking her, hey, do you want to go out? Do you want to go out? And she blows Tony off, goes out with her guy, only to get burned again. So what happens between Nikki and Tony is that Nikki is attracted to one of Tony's friends, and that person is Dean. So she goes out with Dean and gets burned, and she's not showing any interest in Tony just because she thinks that, listen, he's not black, you know, he's Japanese. We're not going to have a lot in common. Why would I want to date a Japanese guy? Turns out this was the best person that she could have dated. They went through a lot of things regarding cultural differences, and Tony's parents, or his mom specifically, wanted Tony to marry a Japanese girl, and Tony's like, I grew up in America. I grew up in this community. I've only seen beautiful dark ladies, and it's a beautiful dark lady that I'm attracted to, and it's a beautiful dark lady that I want. Nikki is also on the thicker side, okay? She's also on the curvier side. He knew exactly how to do everything, and I love Tony. The writing, it will just have you just like, yeah, it's not gonna take you like up down emotionally. You're gonna sit down, read this book, and then you are going to be cheering for Tony, because once you get to know Tony, Tony might be Asian outside, but he's black inside. That's all I need to say. If you'd like a part 2 to this video, let me know down below if you'd like me to do a part 2, because I need to be seeing some more colored, some more multicultural beach read. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it, follow me on my various social media platforms. If you are not following me, it's Book Craves at TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Goodreads. Enjoy the beach.